Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Orville New Horizons, episode 4, Gently Falling Rain, and a political episode. Very, very political.
Yeah, very.
Not even like a little political. It's like insanely political. And you know what I like about it? It's like, oh, that's totally Donald Trump. Oh, nope, that's Hillary Clinton. No, you get what you want out of it.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's very political, but it's not in your face. This is what it is. It's not that.
Yeah, they talk about like, passion over ideas. Sometimes that's stronger than that. But when you think about it, well, that's happened on both sides of political spectrums. Like, oh, he's a populist, but at the same time, who also goes with riots, Bailey, 100% based on feelings and not facts. That's the left. So it goes both sides.
Yeah.
Just shows you that the extremes of both. But again, another episode where this like the future of the Orville like universe is in peril now.
Oh,
like absolute peril.
Oh, definitely.
So I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't know either.
Because if their enemies can, divide and conquer, easily divide and conquer now. It's not even like a question that they could do it. They could totally do it now.
Yeah, it's not even close.
But it's some returning characters, which is kind of fun to see, like old characters, but not in the way that you would like to see them. But they come back.
Yeah, they do. They do.
But we open up and it's in memory of Lisa Baines. I don't know who that is. I do apologize. But I guess she might have worked on the show or something. But I guess she passed away, so I feel bad for her. We see the Cruel Homeworld for the first time, and big thick layer of cloud.
Yep.
It's kind of like Jupiter on the outside. Look, it's very orangish and tan, but it opens up with remember when Ed and Malloy went down there and they were like in Krill costume and they were trying to infiltrate stuff. It's the lady he let go, but she's up there and she's breaking in we can't make a union with the planetary union. It's going to weaken us as a race. We've been chosen by Avis. Siding with another alien race is against all that rhetoric and talk, all that religious over the top thing. And you're thinking, well, and we see that this isn't just like a rally. This is her political rally because I guess there's an election
coming up, a presidential election for
for the whole planet, like a grand chancellor, I believe that's what they call it. And she's got them riled up. Yep. Using fear and hate and anger.
Yep, exactly. We don't need them. We're strong enough. We don't need them. All this.
Oh, they say it's going to protect us from the Kalon, but we're strong enough to take on both things. No, you're not.
No. That's folly. That's totally folly.
But
that's insanity.
But she's the kind of lady that then it was Avis's will for a race to die out.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
It's nuts.
That's a religious zealot, like through the roof.
Yep.
But the planet looks cool. I like the buildings and everything. Very angular and green.
A lot of neon, purples and greens.
It's just like that. It kind of reminds me of like a Blade Runner future.
Yeah.
Everything's very dark because it has to be dark.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't handle sunlight.
Nope.
So, she has her big old giant speech and it's very fiery and it's very anger and hate-filled. And I'm like, well, you can get a lot of mileage off of that.
Yeah, you can.
And it can be enough to turn an election. So that's our... okay, that's going to be our main thing. Then it opens up after that to little...
Orphan Annie.
Yeah. And she's singing, tomorrow.
Well, something I thought is kind of cool because aliens are playing the parts. I think that's kind of cool that they're doing that.
So the little girl is Slane.
And the Slane, and then Dan's race, whatever, he's Daddy Warbucks.
He's a big head.
He's a big head.
And I think it's funny because everyone else is watching, and then there's the girl, they're like,
Okay. And everyone's applying like, oh, do we applaud? How you clap?
Is clapping? What's clapping? And they just do it. They're like, that was interesting. That's super funny.
That was funny.
It's like a culture shock.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I do like how they're politely move hands. Okay, clap,
clap. That's how you clap, I guess. Yeah, we learned something today.
And I just think it's funny because there's, they kind of show like, oh, did you enjoy the show? Like, oh, it was wonderful. But we found the little orphan child's prayer to be very disturbing. Like, what do you mean? Like, she said the sun will come out tomorrow. The sun is like
evil and kill us. Why would you want that? And then I love how the Admiral goes. Maybe we should have went to Oklahoma. That would have been a better play because you're misinterpreting what that's about.
See, to us, the sun will come out as a good thing, but to the girl, the sun's like, what do you mean it's gonna kill us? The little girl keeps saying it.
I know, right? That's funny.
But I do like how so they're sitting in the delegation. We're gonna sign this treaty. But even at the table, some of the other people there are like, this wouldn't be happening if the planetary union had to come begging for help. Well, it wasn't really begging for help. It was more like, if they stomp us, they're going to come stomp you. Yeah. So
both the doubted shits that are assistants were kind of like crapping on it. And then, but the Chancellor's like, no, guys, we need
the Chancellor's got his head on straight.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to, and here's the thing with the Chancellor, we see he kind of gets angry sometimes. But is he doing I think he wants this treaty for good reasons.
Yes.
Not like, I get to expand my power. It's like, no, my people will go extinct without this.
Yes. We need this.
But like how, the other Admiral's like, hey, the Planetary Union has hundreds of different alien races. Yeah. So it shows you the strength of being together. Yeah. It isn't weakening you, it makes you stronger. But so even with his own delegation, they kind of don't agree.
No, they don't.
They're very divided because they've never teamed up with anybody. Yeah. So then we find out this guy's the president of the Planetary Union, this other alien race. I don't know what their alien race is called.
I have no idea.
But they're cool looking.
Yeah, very cool looking.
They have hair, but it's like in between the little...
And then he says, there's an election going on, but it's like there's only a minor inconvenience.
Yeah,
nothing to worry about.
We're ahead a whole bunch of points. Hillary!
Yeah, right.
We get to Ed and the crew, and they're having like a simulation. They're doing like a pub crawl throughout the ages. Yeah. So it's supposed to start like in ancient Greece all the way through.
They're the Wild West.
They're in the Wild West, and they even bring up Bortus's old mustache.
Yeah,
his freaking porn star mustache.
She's like, and then Charlie's like, we see that. That'd have been funny, yeah, but like I like Malloy. He's like, that was fun.
I liked it. It was a good mustache.
Yeah.
But then like even it's like I don't understand. If we like the drinks here, why the heck did we go to other bars? Just stay here.
Yeah.
And so, like, they're having their little, like...
I think Kelly's, like, knocking him back and like, well, Kelly, you want to, lay off a little bit? You're really...
She gets a promotion, right?
Yeah, she's lieutenant commander now.
So she's on the same level as Bortus and Malloy now.
Yeah.
So technically she's like, so I don't have to call you sir anymore. Then he's like, I like hearing you call me by my first name. Oh, she's so easy hitting on her?
And then Tel's like, what do you mean by that? But then Malloy's a player.
But that doesn't mean he can't find true love, but at the same time, is he just looking to sack another girl?
Exactly.
But then Isaac comes in, he's wearing his cowboy hat, his big old mustache.
And he says it like, the town isn't big enough for two of us, but he says it like in his...
Our quantifiable mass cannot sustain both of our peoples. Like, he's saying it in the most, like, scientific, like, a mathematical way.
And Charlie goes, well, there goes the evening. That's it.
Because she still doesn't like Isaac. But come on, stop being a B-word. But they get Kelly and Mercer get a call to their, like, priority message from the Admiral. Like, that treaty's good to go. We just have to wait till after the election, and he's already hit a bunch of points. So we're going to have a treaty with the Krill.
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is momentous. Congratulations. Like, the Orville had a lot of work with this, too. So we want you to escort the delegation.
Yeah, the whole episode so far is very hopeful. Like, this is good.
Yeah, but that foreboding beginning.
Yeah.
So, like, they're going to, be the first people to go to Krill.
Yeah.
Like, under a delegation. So they weren't like prisoners of war or anything, but they're actually going to go there. So that's pretty cool. So they got to go to space, do all these things. So now they have to go pick them up. But I like Kelly and Mercer. It's like they work so well together.
Oh, yeah, they do.
But are they better first officer,
I think
captain,
so, the bigger relationship,
yeah.
I like it goes, the best part is he didn't know we were drunk. It's so stupid, the Admiral, when he called us. So stupid.
Like, that was the big winning thing. So they go to Earth, they pick up the delegation, and like how everyone knows Kelly's father.
Yeah.
So I know it's like, we knew your father, and he was really, he was a
high-ranking Admiral.
But it's like, is that the only reason why I'm at where I'm at?
Yeah, true.
I do like the fact that Tella had like the honor guard, they had their guns and everything. That was so cool.
That was cool.
It's like, there's no need for that, but you're the president, you get this.
And then she is with his assistant.
So there's like another delegation lady, looks kind of like Nancy Pelosi a little bit, but nicer.
She's a lady.
Yeah, the pretty Nancy Pelosi. But she's like, hey, Ed, I gotta show you something.
Yeah, because they're giving limited access to Krill, like, videos and feeds. And so start watching this, like, I don't know, this is...
It's like, she's a small, she has a small delegation of her own, but he knows her personally, and he's thinking, I let her go.
I know, and then you see the look on Ed's face, like, why did I let her go?
And now she's stoking like hatred and everything. But I showed you mercy.
Yep. So much for showing mercy, right?
Just
feels like an idiot. That's what he
like
feels
an absolute idiot, because look now, and it's not like, oh, this other guy's wrong. It's like, oh, we can't. When we win, we're gonna kill them all.
Yeah.
Huh? Jeez.
Exactly.
And you see how pissed off and angry she is. Very 1939.
Yeah,
Germany.
Hitler, yeah.
But that whole fiery speech.
Yeah.
So Ed's just beside himself, and he's thinking, oh, that's the person I let go.
Yeah, I know.
We literally could have had her just prisoner of war.
Yep. And they're talking about how do we deal with this. I mean, it's a problem. We don't know how big it is, but it could be,
I know that the current chancellor is saying that it's not a big issue, but we still have to think about it.
Yeah. And he's even saying, Ed, you know her personally, so maybe you can get into her head. You know what she's thinking. We got to do something here.
And Ed's just like, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Because they really got to know each other. They really, really did.
Yeah. I mean, she was a human for like 6 months. I mean, literally walked in the eyes of a human being, and it didn't matter.
Then Ed gets back to his quarters. He's watching another video of like a bunch of Krill civilians are like at some demonstration, and the chancellor shows up. This demonstration means nothing. I'm not gonna provide economic relief to this one region. They proved themselves to be traitors. It's like, damn, this guy's like,
well, he's
just as fiery.
Yeah, he is, and like,
Kelly sits down. He's like, hey, Kelly, check this out. Yeah. And then she's like, damn, this guy.
Yeah, and then she goes, yeah, and after this demonstration, they put some kind of gas that killed like 11 people. But then they were saying there's sometimes false videos too, so it's like, is this even real?
Kelly's like, so we want this guy to back us? But Ed's like, no, that never happened.
Yeah.
Because they go around making fake videos. So basically, alternative facts and all that. Look, I got footage. But in that future, even now, you can deep fake things.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is like the ultimate version of that. Yeah. Oh, look, you went and killed these people.
That happens hundreds of times a day.
So but then there goes, but the chancellor side is also making fake videos.
Yeah, they're both doing it.
So their political system's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And then it even tells the Kelly goes, was it right for me to I should have listened to you. Why did I let her go? I don't know why I did that. But he had honestly thought he got to her. He really did.
But she's like, you can't blame yourself for her own beliefs. Yeah. This was something she did. You can't blame, but you can't help but blame yourself.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Because that decision could have, for awful ramifications.
But what if the human race goes extinct?
Yeah.
Because the Kaylon come in. Oh, man. See, normally when you F up, it's not that big of an F up.
No, it's not.
But it's more her fault than his fault.
Oh, of course.
Because he showed mercy, she showed stupidity.
Yeah, exactly.
That's on her. She chose to take his mercy as, like, I don't know, a slight against her. How dare you save my life?
I know, right?
But, we get to go forward with the delegation, go forward with the plans, and just kind of be like, okay, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So they get into Krill space. They meet up with some battle cruisers, and they're going to just follow them in.
Yeah, they take one of the shuttle pods, and they go in, yeah.
Yeah, so they get close enough with the Orville. Then they get in the shuttle. They take Charlie because she's a great pilot, too. So she's going to be the first officer to fly in, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, too.
So it's like we're hopeful still, but all this stuff...
But we're worried about this Tele thing. It's still, we're concerned, definitely.
It's going to be nasty. So they have to make their way in. And again, the graphics are just ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
So they start, I guess, a super thick cloud cover.
You have a beautiful sun, too.
They're going in, but then we got the Emeralds flying, and then it's like, hey,
sure, I could do that for you.
Yeah, you don't have to be like, oh, you don't think I'm as sharp as I used to be? He's like, I'm not saying that. So yeah, by the way, I knew you two guys were drunk when you called me.
It's okay, good enough, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm still sharp as a tack. I knew you were drinking.
That's so funny. That was good. That was funny.
But they go they break through the cloud cover. They see the city.
And it's really rough too
because it's super thick. So it's turbulence.
Yeah. And they go, it's like the average temperature is like 10 degrees. It's like super cold.
5 degrees above freezing.
So it's
because there's no sun. But the city looks amazing.
Oh, it looks awesome.
Look, it's like Kronos but green.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But every time I see this first person flying, it makes I want a freaking Orville ride. I want to get on the ride. And
Disney got to get on this, man. I mean,
never
take out
Star
Tours. I know. It's just a pipe.
But I love I love the way the city looks. This is what happens when you have more than an hour to tell a story. You can show all this fluff.
Yeah.
It looks cool though. It's freaking.
But you can show off because it looks amazing. If it looked bad, it would be one thing, but it doesn't.
So they go meet the chancellor. Thank you for coming and all that. And then Ed invites Charlie to come along.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is this historic moment. You can be like an observer. Would have been funny if she would have stayed on there. Would they? I think it was best that she went with them.
I think so too. It's good that they were in a group. Yeah. She goes, oh yeah, of course I'm gonna go.
But that's cool though for her.
Yeah.
They'd be like, ooh, I get to be on where the treaty's being signed, and the whole idea that the treaty is going to be signed on Krill.
That's what they wanted, and they see the statue of Avis here,
and it's like super scary looking Oblivion Daedric god.
Oh, exactly.
It doesn't even look like a regular Krill. He literally looks like a battle demon.
Yeah. And then even Charlie's like, "What's that?" Well, that's Avis. I go, "Wow." She's kind of.
He looks like a fun guy.
He looks like a fun guy. They're real fun. Yeah, I know.
But that's their belief
way.
system. And he big old sharp teeth. He's scary as hell.
Yeah.
When you think of like the big statue of Jesus in Brazil, the exact opposite of that.
Yeah, it's uplifting and like, yeah, this is like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, he doesn't have welcoming arms.
I know. No, he's not welcoming at all. He's got a hand up like this.
So they go in there and they meet the president or the chancellor. And I guess their election's happening like right now.
Right now, all this like, oh, okay. And like, oh yeah, and he got like, they're all day, they end up drinking a toast, and it's like this really good
cider.
Cider.
It's a special cider, and then I like how Ed's like, when it comes to alien delicacies, it's hit or miss. And she's like, oh man, this is freaking good. Yeah. So like, yeah, there's something that doesn't taste disgusting. It's not gonna kill you.
And he's like, oh yeah, we'll make sure we'll send a case to your ship. So everything's looking good and perfect right now.
My goodness. So, but the numbers are still coming in, and
yeah.
He's starting to lose a couple of
precincts. He lost like 7 like provinces. Like, oh, but they're saying, but now it's narrow, but you're still winning. But then the final results come in.
Then there was a couple of provinces, and the guy's like, we can't win without those provinces. Then the news people call it. I guess they have a circle of clerics.
Yeah.
And they're the ones who called the election.
Yeah.
And they called it for Tala. And
he's like, wait a minute, it's so close though. He goes, I can fight this, I can take it to court because they do believe in that.
Yeah, when it's this close, we can call for like a recount.
Yeah. But
the military kicks in the door and they just get him, and he's like, this is not an election, this is a coup. So yeah, they all got arrested.
Yep.
Then like the president, our president, the planetary union's like,
we're just observers here.
Yeah, he got them. They just freaking butt him with the gun. Like, the Krill want all-out war with the Union?
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I can understand saying, okay, treaty's dead, go home, we want nothing to do with you.
Get the heck out of here. And they would have. But that's not what happened.
No, they're going, oh, you're co-conspirators for your treasonous acts to helping this guy commit his treason.
Yeah.
And then she promised blood. She said she was going to kill them all.
Yeah, and I guess his because every like, Crow person has like kind of what equivalent like a bishop, and they're like, oh, what's the will? We can't do nothing. And they just let him get taken away. Like, you were my friends. Like, what the heck, guys?
Not no more. But yeah, but they're that's like their well, our hands are in our fates in the hands of Avis now. So yeah, they get the countdown, and there you go. We're on the brink of all out war with but the problem is, even Charlie's like, well, if we start a war with them, then the Kalon aren't stupid. They'll just come in and clean up whoever wins.
Yep.
Whoever comes out limping, they'll come by and cherry pick them.
Yep.
What are we gonna do? The Crow don't see it that way. They think they're so strong that they're going to be able to beat the Union, then go beat...
You're out of your mind. And literally, even it's so funny to see Charlie be the voice of reason for once. Like, she's the one saying, we got to preserve this treaty somehow. We got to, but Ed's like, what can you do? I mean, we're past that now. They literally have us in a friggin' prison. I mean, come on, seriously?
No, the Orville's still hanging out, and then like, what the heck?
But they put a tractor beam
on us. Like, hey, open a hill. Like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, Supreme Chancellor Taylor said, you guys are under arrest. She's like, no, give us back our delegation and we'll just leave. No, you're enemies of the state. You basically were helping a heretic.
You were subverting the will of Avis, yeah.
So now you guys are all under arrest. And Kelly's like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that.
No, we're not. So they shoot the tractor beam and they just friggin' try to tail it out of there.
And then she goes, oh, we need Directive 21. Like, what does that mean? And then even Lamar's like, sir, confirms, like, yeah, go with Dr. Finn. She'll assist you. Yeah. He runs off.
And they're like, okay, hurry up doing it. And they're like, okay, Lamar, got to get it done. Come on. And we're wondering, what the hell is this?
I thought, is it some type of weapon? Like, I had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
But I do like all the fancy flying from Lemoyne. He's just...
I love he goes, I'm going to do this in the tactic. Is what kind of tactic is that? Well, I just made it up now.
The expanding helix. What is that? Oh, I don't know. I just made it up right now.
Then why say it?
Why even say anything?
Exactly.
But I guess it was like spinning as you do like a corkscrew.
Oh, it was so cool.
But even Borders like, whoa.
You're going to make me vomit.
Again, this whole the flying scene here, it's just amazing.
Oh,
it looks absolutely ridiculously awesome. I like the way that the sounds of the lasers and everything. And yeah, they may not be able to blow up these battle cruisers, but they give them a bloody nose.
Oh yeah, they do.
They're able to get it up and they jump out of there. Awesome. Yep. So they got free, which is good. Got free
as soon as they got 21. Well, it's done, and then okay, they guess let's get out of here, and they get out of there.
Which makes you believe, like, why do they have to wait? Once we find out what it is.
Yeah.
But the new Supreme Chancellor's out there, and she's like, yeah, we're gonna give them blood, what I promised them. So they bring out the old Chancellor, and
well, can you confess, or you just say what you did was wrong?
He says something.
And Krill probably told her to go friggin' shove it, and that's what he probably told her.
She whips out the ceremonial knife and says, yep, here it is. Kills him.
Right in front of everyone. Can you imagine winning an election and you just kill your opponent? That's just crazy.
Who'd ever run for office?
I know, right? Better win.
If I lose, I'm gonna die. But yeah, she gave on her promise, yep, here he is. Let's kill him.
Yep.
And I guess they have him like they decapitated him and his head's like in the
marketplace.
The marketplace.
Oh,
jeez Louise. We don't see it, thank goodness. We don't need to be seeing that.
Like we saw the head in the first season.
Yeah, when they were mashing it up.
I know, that Union officer. Ugh.
I first thought when they drank that cider that he was going to say it was made from the blood of my enemies or something. I know, right? But thank goodness it was just like a regular cider. Thank goodness.
They say, what was in the first season? Cam Dean, and then like Molly saying James Carradine. James Carradine. That's so stupid. He's such an idiot.
But yeah, there's the crowd. Yeah, we dig this. This is one crazy. Violent ass freaking people.
Yeah, they are.
Like, what do you do normally? Is there a normal day on Krill?
Well, we know they still have commerce, like they sell and buy things.
Yeah, the big marketplace.
So that's kind of interesting.
But it's kind of filthy.
Oh yeah, it's definitely dirty Blade Runner. I mean, think about that. It's pretty
there's
bad.
Hookers and strip dancers and people selling guns.
Oh yeah. And they're supposed to be a moral society. Come on now.
Exactly.
Avis,
Avis likes to have booty. So they're still in the locked up cell, and then the Admiral's like, "Do you not know this is the president of the frickin' Union? Yeah. Do you want to be the one responsible to starting a war?
Yeah.
Because you don't get us out of here. No. You're complicit in this.
War. There'll be a war on two sides. Crazy.
But nothing's getting through to these people. No. And then even the president's like, well, all we can do is wait. What can we do?
Nothing we can do. We're stuck.
They're like, hopefully Kelly got away and she contacted the rest of the Union and they're going to bring, rescue. And that's when Charlie's like, what do we do if this fails? I mean, she doesn't sign the treaty.
Yeah, we have to have this it's just a mutual benefit for both societies. Well, gone. The killer are going to kill us. Wipe us out.
Yeah, it's like,
nothing we can do.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, we can't.
There's nothing we can do.
But he said, right now, we just got to get out of here. That's the immediate problem.
Surviving till tomorrow.
We can't worry about that until tomorrow.
So she's like, I should have stayed on the ship. Guards come in and they just take Ed.
Yeah.
No one else. I'm thinking, well, yeah, she knew him. They cared about each other. Yeah. They dated.
Exactly.
Even if it was under false pretenses, I think they did, the spy who loved me.
And basically, and the Admiral's like, well, you know her, so hopefully maybe you can get to her, something.
I gotta put the moves on you. So she calls him in, and there's Ed just standing there, and she even tells her guards to leave.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I guess you trust them that much, at least.
Yeah, exactly. They're not just attack her.
He doesn't say anything, and then, pretty silent there, Ed. Thought you'd have a lot to say, and he's like, well, it's, congratulations on order. I guess you won your election,
Yeah, exactly.
And it's, despite being, thrown in prison, I'm glad it's nice to see you. Yeah. But then she's kind of gloating, but at the same time, she wants to see him.
Yeah.
I think in some weird way, she almost wants for him to see it her way.
Yeah, and it's weird. It's also weird. She even looks away and she goes, I didn't know you were part of the delegation, because she's saying, I'm going to kill all of you.
Yeah,
but I didn't want you to be here. Why did you have to be here,
Well, I thought you cared so deeply. Why would you not care to kill me either?
Yeah, exactly.
But then she keeps saying, it's like, I thought we came to some mutual ground. Oh, that was just my ploy. You fell in love with the fake me and I tricked you. Girl, you're the one who fell in love, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Your hate's just getting in the way of it. And then he goes, hey, let's get the other person who was a former chancellor. Let's talk it out and go, oh, yeah, you can meet him. He's dead in the marketplace. His head cut off. You go, you killed him?
Yeah, that's what happens when you chop off people's heads.
And he's like, he goes, maybe you're right, Tel. Maybe I didn't know you because I never thought you could murder someone like that.
Cold blood. Absolute cold blood. Well, see, because you only met the fake me and this is the real me. And he's like, just let us go.
Yeah.
We'll go back to our space. Your election, you can rule your planet the way you rule it, but let's not start a war.
Yeah.
But she didn't care. Because the will of Avis, I don't care.
Yep. And she goes, we got more advanced weapons. Our ships are more advanced. We can take it on. You can't take on two fronts. You friggin' nuts. Yeah, right. You're going to get slaughtered.
So is this... How much of this is I want to do what's best for my people, and how much is it, damn that Ed, I hate him so much, I'm going to ruin everything. Literally, both our races.
But in a way, she does. It's so irritating, because then you can tell. It's like...
Because she would have just killed him right there and then.
Why would you wait?
Why not drag him out to the balcony and blow his brains out?
Why would you let the guards leave? That's so weird.
Maybe in some weird way, she thought that he would be like, you're right.
You're right. Yeah, he's not going to agree with you.
I don't know.
Like, maybe she would have liked that more if he would have said that.
Wouldn't that have been crazy? He's like, yeah, let's get rid of those bastards.
I know, right?
Me and you, baby. But, yeah, she's nutty.
Oh, yeah.
But I think she still loves him, but she's insane.
She's crazy.
Oh, my goodness. I'm in love with the freaking Milo-maniac freaking insane person.
Exactly.
But even, like, she has to keep turning away from him because I don't think she can look at him.
Yeah.
Because she can't, like... Because she's going to not want to yell at him.
Yeah, exactly. It's easier when you don't see it, you know?
And Ed just basically begs her, and she's like, you know, I killed him, and I'm going to kill you guys, too. You know, it was nice seeing you one last time. And he's even saying, why did you bring me here? Just to let me know that I'm an idiot? Is that why you brought me here?
Exactly, right? What's the point? Then she takes him, guards take him away now.
Yeah, and then just throw him back
in. And then tell you don't have to do this. Why are you doing this? And she doesn't care.
Yeah. Well, come tomorrow when your blood's spilled in the city streets and all that kind of talk. What do you expect? Yeah. But you could. Are you happy?
You don't look happy.
You look pretty disturbed.
Yeah.
So what the F? So Ed's being led back to his cell, but they don't take him to the cell.
No.
They give him like a cloak.
He says, "What's going on? Oh, don't ask questions. Come with us." And he's like, "Okay." Are
you gonna put me in some type of sacrificial chamber? What's going on? But he's like wearing a big cloak, and these two guards are letting him out. I'm like, what? So they're like in the streets and stuff. Like, they're gonna let him go.
I'm thinking, are these people in the opposition party or what's going on?
I was thinking, I was also thinking that where's the rest of the delegation?
Yeah.
We find out, like what's gonna go on with that. We get back to the Orville. They're in the asteroid field, so they can't really be sensed. Yeah. They get a communication to the new Supreme Chancellor. It's like, oh, Kelly, Commander Kelly, I've been meaning to talk to you, but I'm a very busy woman. Then she's like, where the hell's my delegation? Where's my people?
Yeah.
Your people? They're my people now.
Yeah.
And Kelly's like, yeah, you're going to kill the president of the union, an admiral, and a captain, and an ensign, and you don't think this is going to be all-out war?
Yeah.
She's like, I know a lot about you, Kelly. It's like, she's like being like...
I'll rule caddy B-word. It's funny.
It's so... If the stakes weren't so high, the audacity of this woman, she's straight up like... Ed told me this about you, that you used your love for him would shadow your decision making. That's why you can never be a captain. It's like,
well, forget you. And then she's like, oh, believe me, Ed told me everything about you.
But you know what you need to do, Kelly? Commander Kelly, do what you always do. And so she's like this, run to the arms of another man. Like, God Lord, jeez.
She really laid it on thick.
Oh, man.
And Kelly's like, you freaking bitch. Like, you almost like they want to slap each other, like this would have been a fight.
But Kelly's smart, knowing that I can't just run back in there with just the Orville.
No. So he tells him like to get us to like the edge of Krill space, and he's like, "What again? No, just do it."
Because we can't go to a whole planet with planetary defenses and battle cruisers. No. We got to bring my crew.
Yeah, and really, I told her before she went off the communication, like, well, you better leave this space. Don't come back or you're done.
Yeah, don't ever come back. Your people are dead.
Yep.
So on the way back to the borderline, they're talking to the admiral. And I was like, yeah, we already got ships ready to go. They're gonna meet you in 2 hours.
Yeah.
But they also talk about that plan Directive 21.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're almost ready. Like, what does that mean? Is it a weapon? Is it a bomb?
Who knows?
I thought it was going to be some type of sun bomb.
I thought so too. Like,
remember in Gears of War, the light bomb?
Yeah, that's what it is to stop the,
Yeah, the emergence? Remember those things on the thing, what were they called? But, so we don't know what that is. But, yeah, he's like,
And he basically said what they were saying.
Get our people back.
Get our people back. We'll worry about the peace treaty tomorrow. We got to get them out.
Just get our people and then book it.
Yep.
And that's all we can do. It's a smash and grab.
Yep.
Ed's in the city. The commerce, the marketplace. And like I said before, it's like almost red light district thing, like Tatooine.
Yep.
So there's sexy girl dancers. There's guys selling meat.
They're like pole dancers.
There's people gambling. There's bums, people laying on the streets, and
you'd think for an advanced society like them, they wouldn't have these problems.
But no,
That's crazy.
They're they're such a ruthless society.
Well,
so you even see like the girls on the they're literally like in leather and they're dancing around.
I think what it is, they put all their money towards the military and they don't put it towards other things.
So you're saying the military-industrial complex?
Well, for the Krill, definitely, I would say that.
So how many billions of dollars were donated to the Krill so they can fight their war against the Kaylon?
I know, right?
No matter how much inflation happened on Earth.
Yeah.
So yeah, we see how nasty this place is, and even Ed's like, well, maybe a treaty with these people, like, and you can see it in his eyes, almost like, oh my goodness, like really live sex shows right there.
I know, right? This guy keeps on trying to sell him me, and they just knock him over, like.
Yeah, then the second guy knocks him over, like, hey, the other guy was in his way. You went out of your way to knock that guy over.
And then even at some point, just buy the meat from the guy, just get a room and just be quiet, and like, well.
Then they get attacked.
Yeah.
But Ed doesn't get shot, and they're like, come with me. I'm like, oh my goodness, how many people are going to kidnap Ed today?
Exactly,
This is the third kidnapping.
I know, right?
I'm just a very kidnappable guy. So these people capture him, and I'm thinking to myself, so is this another faction?
That we don't know about?
Because if they were going to execute him, why did they take him out of the place?
Exactly.
So they take him to another, like, kind of underground, like, secret room.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's going on? Like, oh, we are with the new chancellor, but we understand who you are, and they were going to just let you go.
Yeah.
No one else.
That's crazy.
So she did care.
Of course she did. It's ridiculous. Like it's a weird. She's a messed up person. She's got a lot of issues.
Because her brother died.
I know, but
and that really broke her heart. So they opened the door and you see a little girl. She looks Krill, but she looks human.
Has a human face.
I'm thinking, what's a what? And she's like, oh, she's yours. And he's like, what do you mean mine? Yeah, you and Tala had relations, and she had a child.
Yep.
He never knew about. So Ed's like, oh my God, that's my daughter.
Yeah.
So he sees her like playing. He's like, can I talk to her?
Oh, of course. Go ahead.
So he goes in there and he's like, hey, what's your name? And what was her name?
I
forgot what it was, but it's a pretty name. I like it. And
it's the name of the episode.
Yeah, name of the episode.
Gentle Falling Rain.
Yeah, but with that in Krill.
Yeah, Krill.
So she's like playing with some kind of super Rubik's Cube. And he's like, so, are you taking care of her? She's like, yeah. Are they nice to you? Oh, yeah, they give me whatever I want to eat. I can play all the games I want.
But she can't leave the room.
So, basically, the mom takes care of her.
Yeah.
Give her everything she wants, but she never talks to her or met her. So, I'm glad that Ed was worried about, like, oh, are you being taken care of? And she seems happy.
Yeah, she does.
And she's like, oh, play this game with me. He's like, oh, I don't know how. It's like, oh, it's easy. And Ed's like, oh, wow, that looks crazy complicated. I guess she's really smart.
Yep.
And that's what even the caretaker lady's like, yeah, she's really advanced. Like, she actually knows a lot of things. Oh. And he's like, well, what do we do? She's like, this child is proof of an actual union.
Yeah.
That we can survive as a race because, look, even our DNA is compatible.
Yeah.
Some people think she's an abomination, but she's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
So then Mercer's saying, so you want her to go to the public and then Tal's got to resign? All that? I go, no, we don't want that. Because there'll probably be someone worse than her.
Yeah, there's another one of her out there.
What we want to do is tell her privately so you can kind of maybe
show the child, look, a union is possible, and look at this beautiful child.
Yeah, exactly.
Through this child shows that both of our peoples can not only work together, we can actually exist. Yeah. Our DNAs can exist together.
And they asked him, well, did you want to see her? Or did you, of course I did. What are you saying? He's like,
do you have shame? He's like, no.
She's my daughter. Why would I have shame with that?
I like that about Ed. He was cool about like wanting to see his daughter. Like, no.
Exactly.
So they kept pushing for child support. No,
they did not do that.
Yes, they did. So I was like, okay, I'll do whatever you want. I ain't making a lot in this union. So he's like, well, that's a pretty good idea. He's like, okay, let me go back to the capital. I'll talk to her again. So he's willing, not only to save his daughter, to save just this situation, but to save both races.
Yep.
So because he could leave right now.
Oh yeah.
He can just get in the shuttle and just go, but he's not going to abandon everyone else.
No, because he wants to do this idea, like if there's any chance to turn this around, and maybe even have that peace treaty in the future. You got to do it.
I do like the fact that these other Krill, like, some would see her as abomination, but we see her as like the most, like, the future.
Yeah, because these are the other faction that want the treaty to happen.
Because they realize strength through unity.
Yeah.
Yeah, being on our own, it's great and all, but we're starting to see some other races out there. Yeah, we may have won a lot of wars, but this Kaylon is something else.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Ed's ready to go back in there and talk to her.
And they even have other races, like remember the Shock Tall from season 1, those pig-looking race people that they pissed off. They look like that could be a problem too, so...
They don't seem to give a flying crap.
I know. It's crazy.
So, good on Ed for being a good 5-minute dad. And it's not his fault because he didn't know the kid existed. But he went and says, okay, it's time to say goodbye. It was nice meeting you. She goes, nice meeting you too. And it's like, that's so sad.
Yeah, she doesn't know that's her dad.
Yeah, she doesn't know that's her dad.
I know.
It's probably the first human she ever saw.
Oh, I know.
But that's so cool. I like the way she looks.
That's cool.
Because it's that very, half Cardassian, half human look,
I like it.
So, the rest of the Union ships show up. They go, okay, you think you bad now? I got my crew with me.
I got like 25 ships with me, and they're like, oh, go back to crew. Like, okay.
So, they get ready with an admiral. Like, okay, we're going to go in there. Hopefully they'll just give us our people, and then we'll go and leave.
Yeah.
We'll vote a fight if we can.
Yep.
But okay, let's make coordinates for Krill space. And when they all jump,
so
it's so cool looking. I love it.
Yeah.
So they're coming back and they're bringing a baseball bat.
Yep.
Ed shows back up and she's like, "You stupid fool! Why didn't you leave?" He's like, "Why did you even let me go?" "Well, you let me go once. I'm letting you go." He's like, "That's bull crap, and you know it."
Yeah.
There's something more than just letting me go. And he's like, "I seen our daughter."
And he goes, "That's a fabrication, not real." And he goes, "No, there's no way.
She even looks like you."
Yeah, why would they do that? No, it's you. It's me and your kid. It's me and your kid.
It's our child. Oh, and that child would be, it's an abomination to some people. And then he's like, come on. This is proof that this can work. Literally, physical proof that Krill and human can work together.
Yep.
Because if it was so incompatible, wouldn't Avis not let that child even come to fruition?
Exactly.
Why did Avis allow it?
Because exactly. If anything, it'd be Avis's will to allow that.
Yeah, when you have struck the baby down or whatever.
And then why don't you get rid of the kid? If you're so.
Then Ed's like, well, if you were gonna just lock her in a box, why did you even have the kid? Then, one point for Krill, she's like, just because humans do such barbaric things as kill children, we don't.
Yeah.
And she's like, do you want the crimes and that put on you that you would kill a child? A basic child that had nothing to do with any of this. Exactly. So I agree with the Krill.
I know, this part I was kind of like, she's making some points.
Listen to this. This is... I'm not saying I'm against this or for this, but I'm not saying anything. She goes, look, this is what we do to people who basically have abortions. They go to this facility. I'm like, oh God, they're going to kill the people.
Yeah, like, what's going on here?
Then the two guards like, oh, Supreme Chancellor. And they're like, oh, no, continue with your work. You see a couple get shoved into a room, oh, they're gonna kill them.
That's what I thought.
She's like, oh, we get both their DNAs and create a simulation of what their child would have been, and they have to talk to the child. Yeah, because they had
an abortion,
and they have to tell this kid why they didn't want to have them.
Yep.
So they do the simulation, and it's a little boy, and she's like, and the boy's like, oh, are you my mother? And the mom starts crying. And he's like, well, why wasn't I good enough for you? And all that kind of guilt stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
and then Ed doesn't like it, but I don't know, guys. It's a point. It's a point for Tella. I like you, like Crimson said.
Yeah, one point, Krill. Ooh,
ouch! He got you there.
Well, there you go. It's not real.
Yeah.
But you got to see what the decision you made.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's that and they don't hurt the people, okay. As long as you don't kill the parents, but
it's good. Know what this is? Before you have an abortion, you have to see the
ultrasound
or hear the heartbeat.
Yeah, well,
there you go.
Yeah,
that's what you decided to end this little boy.
I'm sorry, huh?
And he's reaches out, oh mother, why couldn't I be born? And it's
and the fact this hologram can touch you and that just makes it even.
But here's the thing: how long does this go on?
I don't know.
Did they come back weekly?
Exactly.
We don't know the extent of this punishment.
No.
But I like how she's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that to the child because she was of no fault of what happened.
Yeah.
Which is totally true.
It's true.
So yeah, then they just send Ed back to the thing that he's gonna get killed. I like how she always turns her back on him because I don't think she can see him being led away.
No.
She has to turn her back.
She wants to care about him. It's so weird.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, if Ed was a Krill, they'd be married.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because she fell in love with him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she goes up to the sacrificial freaking podium.
Yeah, now she basically told me, you're just going to die with the others now. Well.
Remember, I promised you blood of the co-conspirators, and here they are. She brings them all out. And Charlie should have been like, I had nothing to do with this.
I'm just an instinct.
I just flew the plane. I can't do nothing. I was following orders.
Exactly.
So, she's going to go up there and give him the stabby.
That's crazy that the leader does the stabbing.
Yeah, that's well, at least you can say she freaking has gall.
Yeah, I guess.
But the Planetary Union, they show up, and then I like how...
Well, this is happening. They said, go give a message, just to anyone. Open frequencies to everybody.
And she's like, yeah, I'm back, like I said, but I brought my buddies with me, so you're going to give me back my people.
Exactly.
Or we're going to come and take them. Yep. One or the other. You got two chances. Those are your two things. Yep. And, what's your response?
And then literally, why this is going on, one of the people tell her, oh, look, there's like 20 Union ships in the outer space. What do you want to do? Oh, just eliminate them.
Oh, so there you go. She chose war.
Yep.
And I like the fact that she's walking around on stage saying, oh, which one of you is going to die first? Like, what is this, some kind of a damn game show?
I know, right?
Come on down to you get stabbed.
Exactly.
But, yep, red alert. A bunch of ships are coming up. Okay, let's get ready for a little slugfest.
Yeah.
And I love the space battles. They look great.
Amazing.
Look how cool this looks.
Oh, that looks amazing.
The blue and green.
Love it.
So, yeah, people are blowing up. We got explosions. So, yeah. We're having a little mini war above our planet, but let me sulk in the stabby.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun. Lady, you
and then in the mission, you don't have to do any of this. What are you doing?
No, I have to. And then she picks the president to be number one. Stabs the hell out of the president. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, I know. And then all of a sudden, these two Krill come in and throw the slide grenades. That messes them up, and they get everyone out. I go, what's going on?
And they're like, well, who are you? Oh, it's me, sir. So is Lamar and
Dr. Finn.
They look pretty cool.
They're the coolest crew. I like how they look.
So that was the whole Initiative 21 for them to have a secret thing to sneak in.
Probably they dropped them off before they left.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got on the planet. They don't have transporters, so...
But they probably took a Krill signature thing. That's why they couldn't leave.
Yeah.
They had to get off the ship first.
Yep.
So... Yeah, they're like, okay, we got the captain and the coalition, but we're not at the drop-off point yet.
Get to the
so
ship.
The battle starts to keep going on.
Yeah.
We see the little fighters.
Yeah, it's so cool.
That's cool. So, but Delver didn't use their little fighter.
I don't know.
Come on. So they're getting smacked around a little bit. They're like, okay, you got the rendezvous point. We need about 5 more minutes. Like, oh, geez, every second in this battle.
Yeah, and it's so funny is they're driving this hover car, and the other ones are going after him. And the navigation messed up. And Charlie, you know where you're going? She goes, maybe not. She's
like, Lamar's like, this looks familiar. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Take a left. Are you sure about that? And then she's like, I don't know. Just take a left. Okay. And this, looks like something should be in a video game.
Doesn't it kind of almost remind you a little bit of Total Recall?
Yes.
Kind of like that, kind of a little bit, but with flying taxis.
They're dodging everything. And
so, yeah, they're just and this thing must just be armored up. Because I don't think it actually has any. But this whole flying around, I just want a simulator ride. It doesn't even have to be something big. Just let it be. Remember the ones you used to have in the casinos?
Oh, yeah, like the MGM Grand in Vegas. Yeah.
Why not? Come on, give me something fun.
Cool. That'd be cool.
So they make their way back to the shuttle. They barely make it out, but they do. And I do like the fact that since Krill space, it's all cloud cover. As soon as they break cloud cover, they see this giant battle, and then Charlie's like, well, that's not good.
Exactly.
That's something I kind of didn't want to fly into, but okay, get inside the ship and let's get the hell out of here.
They're trying to, they're trying to get to that ship.
But it's basically trying to fly into something while freaking killer wasps are flying all over you.
I know, right?
But they get in there, okay, and they just crash land in there. This ain't a pretty entry. They just
get it in there.
Okay, we packages aboard. Let's get out of here. Everyone.
And then just leave.
How many people died? Do you think?
Probably a few hundred.
On both sides?
Oh, yeah. 200-300.
So, yeah. But again, the shot of her coming out through the big battle, that's so cool.
Yeah,
that's so freaking cool.
It is.
But, yeah. They get out of there. And, well, they're back on Earth. And Ed's with Kelly. And then the Admiral's like, well, the treaty's dead.
Oh, that's gone.
That's gone. The president lived, though. He's going to make a full recovery. But the president goes...
They do a speech later.
If you can, talk about the child and basically expose it, maybe she'll have to change her ways. But then Ed's like, I'm not so sure wouldn't just make her disappear.
Yeah.
Just kill her daughter. It's like, would she do that? And Ed's like, I don't know.
I thought, like he said before, I thought I knew Tella, but I don't think I know her anymore. That's all I can't say. They go, well, the president's up to you, so...
So, yeah, that coalition is gone now. It's dead.
Yeah. Oh, it's totally dead.
Here's my thing. The only way this is going to work is if the Kalen attack the Krill first.
Yeah.
Because then the Krill have to ask for help. Because if the Union gets attacked first, the Krill's not going to come up. Even if they beg for it, they won't come for help.
Yeah.
But it's like that I wanted there to be a future. It's like my daughter, I miss her. I met her for 5 minutes and I miss her.
Exactly.
And then I call Kelly's like, I always thought you'd be a great dad.
Yeah.
Like you would have made a great dad.
And they talk about her name, Jet the Falling Ring.
Yeah, and he's like, well, she's like, he's like, we got to figure out some way to make this, because I don't want war. I want there to, at least for her to have some peace. She deserves to inherit a universe of peace, not a universe of war.
Exactly.
How nice.
It is.
That's the ultimate dad thing, right? You want your kids to have more than what you had.
Exactly. And he goes, I don't know if I'll ever see her again. That's sad. I may never see her again, and I'll always wonder if she's okay, what's going on. You don't know.
Yeah, you'll never know.
No. Wow.
And then Kelly kind of sees that in him. That's very honorable for him to be like this.
And she goes, I kind of wish we would have had a kid together. You know?
Like maybe we never got that far. And
No.
he's like, well, she'll go, you want to just go get some breakfast or something? And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah. And they kind of walk off. But then we see back on the Krill homeworld, she's watching her daughter.
Oh, at first I thought she was going to do something to her.
Oh my God, I thought she was going to kill her.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no.
Because she's this is a weakness I can't afford, that kind of thinking.
But she's looking at her, but only through like a vid screen.
So she does watch her.
And then it's the end of the episode. So wow. And then even Kelly's like, yesterday felt like a different world, and today feels like a new world that I don't
it's
like.
completely worse. And it's funny, we didn't mention this, and I just remembered earlier on. That's where the patch for Ozymandias comes from.
Oh yeah.
And he mentions it to Tal. Tal goes, "Well, I'll choose Ozymandias."
Like,
I told you nothing.
You walk into a desert and you see a giant statue saying, "Here, behold, Ozymandias,
all my works."
And you hear all my works. There's nothing but destruction.
Yeah.
Is that what you want? Nothing but desert.
That's what she wanted.
She's like, "Oh, that sounds like a good idea." Because it's Avis's will for us to survive or not.
Yeah. Crazy. But she's got to see she cares about Ed. You can tell.
Look at that kid.
Yeah.
She knows Ed met her and everything. Doesn't she deserve a father?
Yeah.
And a mother? But yeah.
I mean, what would be something if she says she got her off the Krill home planet and gave it to Ed and let Ed raise her? I mean, that would be the best solution. We should have a dad that cares about her, and
she gets everything she wants, but she has to live in cover in darkness.
Yeah. That's funny. I wonder if she can survive in life.
Well, her
she's
skin pigment's like human pigment.
So maybe she can.
She's a daywalker.
Yeah, that's awesome. Daywalker the Krill.
Yeah, I can't believe it. She's gonna be like a myth, a legend. So I'm wondering if other Krill people have had babies with other races.
Probably they have, and they keep it quiet. Okay. It's kind of reminds me of the Mocklins when you think, oh, they can't have any females. There's a lot of females. They just change them.
Here's the thing. They're like against abortion and everything, but that child technically would be an abomination. So would it be a sin to kill that abomination? So
I don't know. I
think you love your child.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
How could you not? Because you're a piece of
But
dirt.
she's always using excuses, though.
Always.
Yeah.
Wow. What another heavy episode that has giant implications.
This was a 9.5, almost a 10. I mean, they've been knocking.
Let's just hope
park.
that Kaelon don't figure out that they're not working together anymore.
Well, they're gonna realize they're fighting each other. They're not stupid.
Then again, maybe they don't go to war because they go, if we start a war, then the Kaelon are gonna definitely find out.
But dude, we're talking on the reach of Tala. Tala could just say forget it and just start a war. She almost did by killing the president. So I mean, luckily she didn't.
All she saw, but again, she could be like, oh, I killed their president, and the cowards won't even fight back.
She could say that.
Because they're never going to know.
And remember, we only know that the masters of disinformation with videos and stuff, so...
Alternative facts.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember how that was a thing for about 3
ridiculous.
days?
Yeah.
But yeah, what a crazy episode.
What a good episode.
Man, I guess since maybe if there is no more seasons after this, they've going... Everything's a heavy hitter.
Yeah. But it's funny, I was reading up on something that said they're not going to make it until after the season, which is stupid. Why don't they just do it now? But
I know. Because then you have to start up again.
Yeah, it's a problem. We're going to wait until August? Because that's just months that, that Stephen Fry can't write episodes. He's got to write them. They got to start writing them.
Yeah, and they got to figure out budgets, and they got to do all kinds of stuff.
Because it's a big sci-fi budget. It's, it takes money, and it's just, I don't know. Guys, we're almost halfway done, and that's just a shame.
Isn't that nuts? That we're almost halfway done.
I know.
And then when it comes to Trek, there's no end in sight.
No. They said they expect at some point to have 5 series going on at one time. That is insane. Even if they were writing good Star Trek, which
none of them were good.
No, they're okay to bad.
Prodigy is a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. It's okay.
Just good. It's a C paper. You turn it into C paper. Okay.
Well,
everything else is Stranger World's a D minus.
Yeah, I was trending on a C, but the last few episodes have been
and awful. Picard and Discovery are complete Fs.
They're Fs. They're not even worth talking about. I don't know, guys. And we have this amazing sci-fi that doesn't even get
nothing. Doesn't get 50,000 articles on comingsoon.net.
No, exactly.
Every time Michael Burnham farts, and then they have to make an article about it.
So stupid. That show's so dumb.
But yeah, a lot of fun. Do you think the Krill will stay bad guys, or will they come to her senses?
I'm just hoping.
I'm hoping she comes to her senses.
I hope so too. It's funny. The only other race that can fight the Kalan head on is the Caliban. They're equal strength.
Yeah,
that's funny. The only other race.
But I think the Kalan know that too. But they're so omnipotent themselves.
I know.
They probably don't even care what happens to anyone else.
No, as long as they don't bother us.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? When you get that's called surrounded. When everyone else is defeated, that's what that's called.
But it's like that thing. Oh, you keep your side of your space. I'll keep my side.
That's true.
But yeah, another great episode. 4 down.
I know, only 6 to go.
That's crazy.
But you know what? Each episode's an hour long.
Been pretty good. Each episode's been good. Not a bad episode.
Not even an 8. Not even a 7. That's just, guys. When you're in, and I don't care what you say. You could talk about a Cupid's arrow, and if you see the stars, those are still 8s and 7s. Those are still good episodes. There's not been one bad episode yet. Not one where you can say, "Oh, that was terrible." No, none. Guys, if you love hardcore sci-fi, this is it, man. You're not going to get anything else. You're not going to get any better than this if you want new. It's I don't know what else I can say about it. But this has got to get rectified. Something's got to come to change it.
Hopefully this does well enough to where we get like maybe a movie or a special or something.
There's no reason why this can't be a 7-8 year season. And there can't be spin-offs and can't be movies. There is no reason. It's not good. It's that good.
Yeah, if you can make a stupid spin-off about a show where everyone's effing each other, can't we do a spin-off or something serious and,
Exactly. Mindful and intelligent. Even, I love the callbacks. God, they're so good with that. Because even last week's episode when they meet those people that were, like, really primitive and they got more advanced, like, almost godlike. I remember when season 1, when Mercer's like, well, maybe you'll get so advanced you'll study us. How little did he know that was going to be the case? I mean, it's crazy. Callback from 2 years ago. Well, actually, if you consider the COVID, 4 years ago. But, yeah.
But, again, each episode's been pretty great. I want to see where this is all going to end.
I don't know, man. I'm been floored so far.
I hope it doesn't. Again, I hope it doesn't end on a downer. I know. There's got to be hope. It's got to be hopeful.
I know, because right now it's looking pretty bleak.
Yeah, we're at Empire Strikes Back right now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Hopefully the Kalan just shut the hell up and they're
going to have to be on the brink of defeat before they're going to say, yeah, we got to work with the Union.
Or her daughter begs her to do it.
Yeah. Ugh.
Crimson's in here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.